Hi everyone, Dennis Cortez here. In today's video, I'll be making a tutorial on how to work with lo-fi effects for when you're making lo-fi hip hop. A common pattern that you'll see in a lot of lo-fi hip hop songs is the vinyl distortion that you hear in the background. So you can hear kind of the warmth in the background. It's like a little crackle that happens. And I'm going to be going over how to emulate this in a few ways in Ableton. I have this drums and piano, just a simple loop here that we'll be working with. Nothing too special, but there are a few ways that you can do this in Ableton. One way is through stock Ableton. You can use their vinyl distortion. They have a couple presets here. I personally don't like them besides maybe the vinyl one. I'll just be dragging the complete audio effect onto this master. So this will apply it to the entire song that we're working with here. And you can see it'll preset it as this. I like to leave it on soft and stereo, but it'll come at 0% volume. So right now you can't hear anything. But if you go here and turn up the volume, you really don't want too much. So it's just a little kind of subtle thing that you have in the background. So you can play this. Then it'll apply it to the entire song that you're working with. You're gonna get a different sound quality than if you were to turn it off. So it's just a very subtle thing that you can have in the background that really helps. So that's one way to do it, using this audio effect from Ableton. Another way that you can do this is with a recording of a soundbite. So I'll just delete this and let me grab my vinyl. So you can find these on different places online. You can literally just download them from many places. This is the one that I'm going to use. So if I solo this. So right now it's a bit loud. You don't want it to be super loud or else it's going to overtake the entire song, like you can see here. So I like to turn it down quite a bit, so it's just very subtle. So for this one, let's say maybe around 10. I'll show you two other things that also really help with producing a better sound quality for this. One thing that I like to do is I like to add reverb to my vinyl. So without it, sounds like this. But reverb helps it feel a little bit more natural within the space. And then you're gonna try, I usually turn the dry wet down a little bit, maybe about 30%. Another thing that helps is removing the high ends on your other parts and tracks here. So I'm going to do it for the piano, just to help it sound a little bit cleaner. I like to use the EQ8. There's filters in here that there's actually some pretty good ones that come stock. So Low High Shelf or Gentle Vintage, those are some of my favorites. But just for example's sake, I'm going to drag the default one onto here. So you'll see this is loaded in, and you're going to want to turn the top one to the 4x on the right. So this does a lot better drop off, and it's a bit more harsh so that you can have just very fine-tuned amount of removal for that high end. So we're going to turn that down a bit. So it helps it feel a bit more clean because you don't have the high end from the vinyl crackle trying to kind of go against the piano or melody sound that you're using. So that's two ways that I like to do this. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to be making some other tutorials on how to get some lo-fi sounds from some of my music. If you'd like to check out any of my music and maybe ask some specific questions about it, just go ahead and search Cordio on Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, etc., and you'll find my music there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one.